What is going on, everybody? Hope all is well. It is your boy King Jives. Listen, we are back here for another topic. Listen, so Bishop Jakes on Sunday just installed Sarah and Touré as the senior pastors of the Potter's House. Listen, but before we get started with that, please make sure that you hit that like button, that you hit that subscribe button, and if you are new, please hit that subscribe button, and that you share. And also, if you can, for me, please consider donating to the platform. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps with so much of this stuff that's going on around here, and it keeps things pumping and rolling. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, as we all know, because it's been looming in the air, that Bishop T.D. Jakes has been dealing with sickness, dealing with the illness. You know, his health has been on a slow decline. Ever since that situation that happened last year in the pulpit, he has not been okay. So instead of just leaving the church up and in an array or in turmoil, he decides to relinquish the reins, which he is not leaving the church in totality, but he's leaving the church in a sense. He's leaving the position as the main pastor and making that his daughter and her husband, if that makes sense. He is always going to be the bishop. Sarita Jakes is always going to be first lady. This is just, I'm putting my children in charge. They're going to lead you all. I'm taking a step back and I'm allowing the next generation to lead. Now, if you remember correctly, let's go back to a couple months ago after Bishop got sick. Let's go here.
I started talking to Pastor Touré and Pastor Sarah because I did not want all that I had spent my life and your life and our lives building to get old and go with us. And even though she was busy doing Woman Evolve and he was busy pastoring One LA, about 4 years ago, they moved out here just in time for COVID. I talked to the board.
See, you can also tell because Bishop Jakes' speech is becoming very slurred, if that makes sense. Bishop T.D. Jakes, his speech is becoming very slurred, like COVID. Like, it's very slowed down. It's very, like, just not the normal. And you can tell it's really taking effect on him. A lot of things are taking effect on him, but his health has really become an issue.
Because I was concerned. I have seen too many men build something and stay so long that they kill what they build. Now, there's some other things that I'm assigned to do, both here and outside. But I cannot afford, especially after November, to risk something happening to me and you be sheep without a shepherd.
Right, I just said that.
I cannot afford to let all the work of all the saints living and dead to hold this so tight, so long that I wither away. So I'm suggesting to you, I'm recommending to you that you receive Pastor Touré and Pastor Sarah Come on. Come on.
Now, I'm not quite sure how many times that he was going to do this because it's like, I believe he did this once before and he was, it looked like he was installing them then. He laid hands on Sarah during Woman Evolve. And then I think it was one more time. I may be mixing that up, but then after he got sick was this one right here. And then, it comes up with the next one, but go ahead.
This is legacy. Not because they're kin, but because they're the kind. They've immersed themselves into the DNA of this church for years. Sat quiet, preach. What you didn't know, from November forward, they've been running the church anyway.
November 4th, that was the day that we voted. Am I the only person that finds that a little interesting? November 4th. In the words of Kyle. Oh Lord. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh Lord. Okay.
Now, they're not meant to replace me, because nobody can.
Okay.
But if they step into this position, they may extend me. There's some things I want to do in the community before I get too old to do it. Mm-hmm. And the clock is ticking. There's some ways that I want to prepare us for the days ahead that I can't do it completely from the pulpit.
Right.
Every now and then I think they'll let me preach, but but there's some work in the vineyard that needs to be done. Just like they can't be me, I can't be them. I came to plant. Mm-hmm. I think I planted pretty good. I'm thinking probably by the church anniversary, we're going to formalize. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to introduce to you your pastors.
I don't know why I just got choked up. I just got choked up. I just got real choked up. I think it was that song. Wow. It's like the people that you grow up with. You know, we've grown up with Bishop Jakes. We have grown up, for a lot of us, right? I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, I've gotten so emotional just that quick. I think it was the music. I have grew up with Bishop Jakes. I have grew up with Bishop G.E. Patterson. I know this may sound really strange, but I grew up with Bishop Eddie Long and the Juanita Bynums, Iona Locke, and some of these names I just named are dead and gone. And their ministries meant for us that are very much so involved in Christendom or have been involved in Christendom. Their messages meant so much to us. So watching this in retrospect, y'all, I'm so sorry, I'm crying. Wow. Watching this in retrospect, it puts a different perspective on things. This is just a different era. We have seen everything with Bishop Jakes. We've seen the Woman Thou Art Loose conferences. We've seen the Manpower conferences. I know I've been to them, and everything. I mean, I looked up to a Bishop Jakes. You know, it was so amazing because his words, they were so powerful, and it just, you know, he was like the man, the man. And to see him in this capacity right now, it is a little emotional because he's like granddad, he's like pops, and it's like watching this, it's like, man, like, wow, I don't know why I just got emotional. Wow, that just did something to me. But even with the songs that he had produced, like Live at the Potter's House, what was it, Sacred Love Songs, and what was Release Your Power and Let Your Presence fall. Actually, that was full gospel. Never mind. But still, it's the sentiments of it all. I think, in the full capacity of it, watching Bishop Jakes go through all of the recent scandals, it's like, I just shake my head because, one, I'm not saying that it could not be true. I'm not saying that, but it's like, a person who I've really rarely at all heard any type of scandal. It's like, I just want somebody to be right. I know that they're not perfect. Okay. I know that they're not perfect, but I just want somebody to be right that I could listen to, that I could hear, that I could just hear the Lord from or hear the Spirit from and get some type of encouragement, momentum, something. And that's why for me, I've just been very hesitant on trying to drag this man because I'm like, I just no. I need to see hard proof. I need to see hard. And even with that, y'all, it's like Bishop G.E. Patterson. We know that there have been things that are out there, but I can still listen to Bishop G.E. Patterson to this very day. And that man has been gone almost 20 years. He died in 2007, and that man has been gone almost 20 years. 2027 will be 20 years. So we're looking at 18 years. And I don't know, but maybe all the church kids that are around my age, you would understand the sentiments. Whew, you would understand the sentiment. You look at church now, and it's really not the same. I'm getting too emotional today. It's really not the same, and it's really sad because that once that church that you used to thrive off of, and that for some of us, we actually did take notes in church, that you could hear and feel something and gather something from it. And it's like this stuff nowadays is all entertainment. It's God. Anyways, okay. All right. So listen, after all of this, y'all, my eyes got all puffy and stuff. After all of this, Bishop Jakes, do you all remember the day that he sat down with Oprah Winfrey? And it's really kind of like disheartening a little bit that he would even have to sit down with Oprah to even clarify anything. But let's take a listen.
First of all, I have never been near a puff party. Never been near. And anybody who knows me knows if there is a party, I'm the first one out.
Right.
I'm the first one out.
But people love salacious stories.
Yeah.
They love salacious stories. And you can tell them stories about you feeding those girls in South Africa.
They don't want to hear about that. Right.
They don't want to hear about that at all. If you tell them about Puffy's biceps, they want to follow you all the way around the world. And I think it's because we have become so engrossed in other people's lives to keep from having our own. We are drunk off of things that don't matter to distract us from the things that do matter.
Preach this evening, yes.
Yes, you understand what I'm saying?
I know.
And if you watch the timing of it, the intoxicant always comes out while something big is happening that we need to be paying attention to. And we pay it no attention because we are engrossed in counting up something that is salacious and not true. And not true.
You're not true.
I stopped by Puffy's house for 30 minutes to say happy birthday to him during the day at 2 o'clock with staff people. And out of that came a love affair and all kinds of stuff that I have never seen.
What I find kind of comical is that you rarely hear Bishop Jakes addressing anything. You rarely hear him addressing anything. And so at this particular moment, he's actually taking the opportunity to deal with the situation and address it, which I'm like, that's interesting. Out of everything that, Bishop has, always dealt with, this one, because it has gone so viral, he takes the moment to just say, hey, now that I'm sitting here with you, Oprah, me and you both have been experiencing the same thing. Let's talk about it. And I think that these are just my opinions. I think that at this particular age where Bishop is, he's like, listen, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. He's at the point where he's more business than in the church. He's trying to, transition to leave everything to his kids and stuff like that. And, having to deal with all this negativity and all of this stuff. It's like, now it's like, okay, let's talk about it, because I'm not going to have this on my name. And not to mention that now that the whole trial with P. Diddy is over, it's like, what is the problem? Like, so many people said, oh, he's going to get called in, he's going to get questioned, he's going to this, he's going to that. Listen, in life, in reality, some things you just cannot escape. And that's the truth. That's the real truth in the matter. Some things you just cannot escape. Okay. This was very interesting, but let's carry on.
Yes. We were sharing the same. Let's get your finger on there. You can't fight it.
You can't fight it.
You can't sue it down. You can't tear it down because of a small law that is included in the way that our laws are written right now. And our people don't know that. And not only do they not know it, they help spread it.
Absolutely.
They help spread it. They help spread it. Now, I'm almost 70 years old. What do I look like? And I am a grandfather. What do I look like at this late day? But that's the kind of world that we're living in.
I 100% agree with that. I feel like with Bishop Jakes, and it really, him saying that it really doesn't matter, because we've seen people that have been in that age, that have been in some of the most crazy, tumultuous situations. But like I said earlier, we rarely hear anything about Bishop Jakes. It's like, if he's not helping somebody or, involving himself, mentoring and all these programs and stuff, you don't see nothing about Bishop Jakes. You just don't. But I honestly feel like at this stage in the game, if there is a trial, I want to go to it. You know why? Because I want to see the victory of somebody's mouth being closed. I do. Because there has been so much behind them trying to, it's like, it's just so weird, right? It's so weird trying to find something. It's like, when God said, find me a perfect upright man, and the devil had to run to and fro seeking whom he may devour, and people try to find something and try to put something on somebody, and it's like, I can't find something, I'm gonna make up something. And Bishop Jakes clearly just said here and said, like, it doesn't matter what it is, you can't sue it down, you can't do this, you can't, because everybody gonna run with it. And it's just like, you just gotta outlive it and outlive the lie and keep going on and be great and all of this stuff like that. Y'all, I'm sitting up here just emotional and crying and stuff. But the whole situation where Sunday, where Bishop Jakes actually, the installation service of Sarah and Touré, it is very emotionally like pulling, because it's like, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody. I know for me, for emotionally, it's very pulling. And a lot of people, I'll say this, a lot of people, and I know I had my jabs at Bishop Jakes, the whole
swallow that.
That was funny to me, but I don't know why this is hitting me, but just the whole era, you think about it, the Woman Thou Art Loose chapters, the Manpower chapters, the all of the many different great people that have come through these conferences, and they have catapulted their career. It was like we went from the Azuzas, right? We went from the Azusa ministries and everybody, being placed on that platform to be on Azusa, to preach at Azusa, to now, everybody wanting to be on that stage of Manpower and Woman Thou Art Loose and what is it? Megafest. It's Megafest. And that was an encompass of Woman Thou Art Loose, Manpower all together, and the kids and everything. Just absolutely amazing. And once once you made it to that stage, it was like, my God, like not that I made it, but somebody really noticed me, right? And I look at it now, it's like this really is an amazing legacy. This is an amazing legacy that I don't want to say leaving behind because he's not gone, but an amazing legacy to watch him release the reins to somebody else and be like, it's your turn now. That is amazing to me. I wish the Church of God in Christ could have did something like that, but okay.
Oh no.
But let's watch this really quick. Is it Judy?
Would you put your hands together and welcome our assistant pastors, Pastor Touré and Pastor Sarah Roberts. Yes, put your hands together.
Oh, that is Judy. Wow. I missed it. Church of God in Christ, I hope you take note.
Creativity, innovation.
You know, this is one thing I do miss. I used to drag Judy all the time. I used to drag Dr. McAllister all the time because it was, we heard this operatic. I don't know. I've just gotten older and it was just the pureness. And I openly say, Dr. McAllister, I do apologize. That was so long ago. I do apologize because your voice is amazing and we don't have teachers no more. We don't. And she was really, and she is really, a person that took praise and worship serious. Again, these are errors, and we get so caught up in, and I know this is about Bishop Jakes, but because she's here, we get so caught up in the entertainment of it that we don't take, and because we're religious and we're supposed to be spiritual people, we miss the part of connecting spiritually. And she just had a knack of doing that. And even though she was very much so praise and worship ish, and she wasn't so much clap, she's not that. She encompasses all of it, because if you really pay attention to her, she encompasses the praise and she encompasses the worship. It's just she has tact in how she do it. She's not all right, hit the click track, let's go, let's dance. No, it's like it's a climax to it. And yeah, anyways, go ahead, Judy, let's go. Let's go to a different clip. And I'll show you a better angle.
I am going to anoint you with oil. I'm going to anoint you according to the scriptures. Your right ear. Yes. So that you can hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying to the church. Your right hand, so that everything you touch, God will move through it and heal it and fix it and change it and set it free. I anoint your right foot. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel. That God will protect you and go with you everywhere you go. And in the same way, I anoint your ear, not only against the things you would hear, the things the Spirit will say to you, but to the inner voices that you have to always fight to be who you are. I anoint your right ear with oil. I anoint your right hand, your right thumb in particular, that it would be as sharp as Jael's nail, and that you would nail their head to the wall without fear and without favor, and whatever you touch, whatever you touch, God will bless it. You got a long ways to walk, and I may not get there with you, but I anoint your feet, that everywhere your feet trod, the Lord will give it to you, that he will stand up in you. David says, thou anointest my head with oil, because he was a shepherd boy.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to. Woo, this is too much. Oh, this is too much.
We love the crowd, but we don't love the people. We study to be great preachers, but the real trick in drawing people is to be great lovers. Because preaching will get them in the building, but love will keep them there. Rely on God's mercy, lean on him, just lay over on him. Every time the enemy attacks you or brings up something against you, just lay over on the mercy. And and rejoice in God's promises through Jesus Christ. If you do those things, if you accept that charge, then we'll move further in preparing you to be senior pastors of this church. Do you? I'm going to ask Pastor Walter Thomas to come and join us. Amen. From Baltimore.
So after watching that and watching the whole installation service on Sunday, I think for me, the emotional part about it is like as an 80s baby watching this grow up, watching the start of Bishop Jakes and for him to he became the new T.D. Jakes. He became not the new T.D. Jakes. He became what Bishop G.E. Patterson was. Bishop G.E. Patterson was the world's bishop, right? Now Bishop T.D. Jakes had took on that mantle and became the world's bishop. He sat down with leaders. People came to him for counsel and things of that nature. And you weren't something until you came across these people. I've had the opportunity to meet some leaders. Never had a chance to meet Bishop Jakes, but I remember, y'all, this is too much. I remember as a child, as a younger boy, just the ministry of Bishop Jakes, and it just meant so much, And so, watching him minister to his daughter, and passing that mantle along, and I think when he says, I get there with you, it's a little different, and only those of us who have been involved in church and in real ministry for so long, for years, we would really truly understand that that it's just something that emotional. It's something that, we've watched this era. We watched the T.D. Jakes era come to this point, and now we have to trail it with Sarah. I'm not saying that she's not going to do a good job. Not saying that she's not going to do a good job. What I am saying is, it's like, okay, what's next? And I do know some of the people. So if you all see this, y'all forgive me for being emotional. But I'm telling you, I want to meet Bishop Jakes before he leaves here. I really do. Not for anything in particular, but there are very few times in this world that you will meet people that really do. And I know y'all, I've made jokes about the whole swallowed up thing and all of that stuff like that. But for those of us that really, from a distance, that have been impacted by this man and his words, I just want to meet him one time. That's it. I've met Juanita. I've met Juanita, met Paula White, I think. I've met a lot, Bishop G.E. Patterson, Mother Patterson, who I love and hate that she's on. But for those of us that really loved and saw real leadership, this affects us a different way. Anyways, because I'm getting tore up now. So for those of you all who have enjoyed the show, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments below and tell me your thoughts and your opinions about your feelings about everything that has transpired and everything that's going on, about the whole Bishop Jakes situation, about transition of pastoralship. Leave your comments below. I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Listen, if you are new, please hit that subscribe button. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. Please don't excuse my tears, because if you really understand, what's not, how does the word go? What's not said, what's said does not need to be, what's understood does not need to be said. Okay, I think I just messed it up. But anyways, please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. Share, like. And also, if you have enjoyed, please consider donating to the platform. I greatly appreciate you all. It's rarely that I really love a certain leader, and I really love Bishop T.D. Jakes. He has been a great leader so far. And I know we've had our situations with the whole Carlton Pearson thing or whatever. But whatever. If you have enjoyed the show, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching thus far. I greatly appreciate it. And this is going to be good. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Peace out. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.